Okay, so today we're going to be talking about something that's had quite a lot of debates in the mathematical world, and that is whether or not we should use pi, as we all know, at 3.141592653, or tau, which looks like a pi symbol like this, but like this, and this just equals 2 pi, so that would be 6.2830. Yeah, you get it. It's pretty complicated. We'll just call it 6.28. Beautiful 8 there. 8. Right, so the reason there's a lot of controversy, well, not really controversy, but a lot of debate about this is the way that it's taught. So the way that we say what pi is you get a circle with a diameter d, and it'll have a circumference. We'll call this circumference c, because circumference starts with the letter c. So to work out pi, you would have the circumference equals pi d, or circumference over d equals pi. Okay? Now, what we're saying here is we're using this value here, d, whereas in many of the other equations, such as surface area of a cone, surface area of a sphere, we use r as the value. I mean, the most common one you'll see for this is pi r squared, the area. We don't use pi d to the power of 2 over 4 or anything like that. Except in physics, sometimes you see pi d squared over 4, or just pi d over 4. I mean, you see it in physics, but anyway, don't worry about that. So the value here we're using here is r, and the point of tau is to rid of confusion when you're trying to learn it. So you'll see this is how you calculate pi, which isn't in the form of radians, but if we do put it in the form of radians, then you have c over 2r. So c over r would equal 2 pi. It's just how it would work because of an inverse relationship. But the main header for this is radians. So if you don't know what a radian is you have this graph here, and you have 0 or 2 pi, and this is 0 or 360 degrees. Oh, that's just jumped up. It's 360 degrees. Here you have 90 degrees, and we call this pi over 2. You have 180 degrees here, and we call this pi. And then we have 3 pi over 2 here, which we call 270 degrees. Okay. Now, the problem with radians is, or the problem with learning radians is, you don't think about it as a full circle. You have to think about pi, which is this thing that's constituted from a circle, oh, lovely circle there, as a half value. So pi is half of a circle, so a semicircle, 180 degrees. I mean, obviously, once you've learnt this, it kind of makes sense anyway. But the thing with tau that you can use is that tau equals 360 degrees. So if you wanted any value from this, so let's say you wanted 60 degrees in radians, where radians is tau, you just say that it equals tau over 6. It's a lot easier. It's also denoted in a lot of physics equations that you have to use in university, which I couldn't tell you any of them because not attended university yet. But yeah, this it makes sense in the learning process, but just to change it doesn't really make sense. So I was wondering, what do you prefer? Do you prefer tau or do you prefer pi? That's the real question. Tau versus pi in a weird equation-y sense. Yeah, so thank you for watching, and